Students, today we are going to learn about the checking of a vacant room, occupied room and a checkout room. Much before that, I would like to teach the entry procedure into a guest room. There will be one socket over here which with two switches and two lights. The red light, if it is on, which says do not disturb, and the green light which says please clean my room. This is for executive and suite rooms, we have this provision, and for deluxe rooms we have a card which is displayed over here which says please do not disturb, please collect my laundry and please clean my room. So based on whatever is being displayed outside, accordingly the housekeeping GRA has to reciprocate to the guest request. Now we do not know whether this room is a vacant, occupied or checkout. So whether it is a vacant room or an occupied room or a checkout room, the entry procedure for all the rooms will remain the same. Now ring the bell, wait for 30 seconds and give enough time for the guest to come and open the door rather than banging the door. The guest will really get irritated if he is taking bath or changing clothes or sleeping or watching TV. We do not know what guest is doing inside, but we should give enough time for the guest to come and open the door. In case if the guest is there inside, or ring the bell, these are called as knuckles. Knock the door with knuckles, giving a gap of 30 seconds each, and then take your keys and gently open the door. Announce housekeeping sir, and then enter into the room. Here, one important thing, students, your pitch of the voice should be very polite. Housekeeping sir, we are not supposed to shout, that guest might get irritated or scared. Now, the passage area which is called as the vestibule area. We have understood clearly how to enter into a guest room. Now, how to check a room. There is certain furnitures in the guest room which we are already got familiarized with all the furnitures that are placed in the room. Now here comes the question, ma'am, are we supposed to check the room from the wardrobe or from the bathroom? Both are correct in terms of checking of the room, and each hotel will have their own standard procedure of checking the room. Now coming to the wardrobe, this is a wardrobe where the guest can keep his clothes, and we have a safe deposit locker for storing your valuable items. It can be jewelry, it can be cash, it can be your debit cards or whatever. Basically to keep safeguard your valuables when the guest is going out. Then we have hangers which are placed for hanging the guest clothes. We have 2 laundry slips and 2 laundry bags for soiled linen, and supported by the documentation which are provided over here, which are called as laundry slips. Basically the laundry slip is for means of communication between the guest and the hotel. So the dry cleaning charges are different, pressing charges are different, and the laundry charges are different. Similarly, the gents garments have a different rate list, the ladies garments have a different rate list, and the kids garments have a different rate list. So based on that, the guest will put a tick mark in whichever garment the guest is giving, and he also knows that he is ready to pay so much of amount to the hotel for the laundry basically. So, and there are a pair of shoe shine slips which are provided in the wardrobe for bringing a shine to the shoes while the guest is leaving the room. So this is about the wardrobe. Then coming to the luggage rack. Okay, so this is a luggage rack which is exclusively used for placing the guest luggage. That is the reason why we call it as guest luggage rack. Now a little further to this, actually the wall is quite plain, so there is a framing which has been done. So we have brought in some additional beauty to add up to the decor of the room. This beautification is done to see that the wall is not looking too plain. We have a TV cabinet over here. Generally all the 5-star hotels will have a TV cabinet. So there are 3 fixtures put up over here. One is TV with remote. Remote is always placed on the bedside table for the convenience of the guest. And we have a fridge which is called as mini bar. And what are the supplies placed in the mini bar? There are 2 water bottles, 3 soft drinks, 2 beer bottles and few chocolates. Now here what I would like to highlight to all my students is the entire room, whatever services are being given by the hotel are on non-chargeable basis. You are paying a bill and all the services that are there in the room are completely included in the bill except the minibar. There is a card which says tent card. We already have learned in the first semester. This is a tent card which says that this minibar facilities is on chargeable basis. So please note this, students. Anything which is used from the refrigerator are on chargeable basis. Coming to here, we have a coffee maker. Coffee maker. This is the coffee maker where the provision of electrical connection is always given. 2 cups, 2 saucers, 2 spoons, and we have a provision of placing tea bags, coffee sachets, and milk packets and things like that. So depending on the guest request, the guest can boil the water. Please note my words once again. This coffee maker, though the name says coffee maker, we are not making coffee or tea directly inside this. It's only to boil the water, pour the water into the cup. Next comes our weighing scale. Weighing scale is basically an equipment which is provided in the guest room for checking the weight of the guest. So guest can use this at his convenience. Now the most important part where the guest would like to spend majority of the time is the dressing table cum study table. Both the names are correct. The dresser mirror is wall mounted. We have a study table chair and we have a folder which has the letterheads, airmails, envelopes and the hotel brand logo. Here we have our college is IHM Sri Shakti, so we have embedded that logo over here, but the hotel brand logo will be over here and with a pen. Then comes to the coffee table with 2 chairs, and these are the cushions which are placed for the comfort of the guest. And if it is a smoking room, there will be an ashtray with a matchbox. So it is understood that this particular room what we are learning today is a non-smoking room. Now coming to the curtains part, okay, there are 2 types of curtains. Now here these are the curtains which are heavy in weight and dark in color. So these are called as heavy curtains, which when closed brings absolutely no light into the room. So the room becomes totally dark when the heavy curtains are closed. And coming to the second set of curtains these are called as the sheer curtains, S-H-E-E-R, sheer curtains, which when closed allows the light to come inside. And in case if the guest wanted to keep the window slightly open, he can close the sheer curtains and open the heavy curtains so that the light will come into the room. The previous class, and I have already shown you how a bed is made. This is typically a twin room which has 2 twin beds. And so just to quick recap: headboard, pillows, cushions, and a traditional bed making is done by using a crinkle sheet as a top sheet, and this is a runner. Now coming towards the bedside table. The bedside table is equipped with a beautiful kalamkari lampshade and a bedside lamp, telephone for the guest to take the calls. As I already told you, a remote for switching on the TV, and there is a home page which will give you all the channel numbers of whichever channel the guest would like to see. There is a water bottle with 2 glasses and 2 coasters. In some hotels has different types of flooring used in the hotel are wooden flooring and carpeted. So that is the reason why we have carpet vacuuming done in the room. So now we will proceed on to the bathroom. We have learnt about a 3 fixture bathroom and a 5 fixture bathroom. Since this is the deluxe room, is only equipped with 3 fixtures. First one, the vanity counter where the supplies are placed, hand towels and face towels are placed. There is a mirror over here, and then the bottle opener and hair dryer. Coming to the second fixture, we have a WC full form of WC, water closet, toilet roll holder, and the third fixture in the bathroom is shower. As we all know, we give a choice to the guest. Either guest would like to have a shower bath or a bucket and a mug provision is always given with a soap dish connected to the wall. And going into a little details, always have a rack opposite to shower. So the bath sheets, bath towels and hand towels, since we have a hanging provision, we have put the hand towels over here. So this is the structure of a 5-star deluxe bathroom. Well students, I hope this topic is quite clear to all of you. Basically, today we have learned about the different supplies and furnitures and fixtures which are there in a 5-star room. Then followed by the cleaning procedure, which will in turn be checked by the supervisor. So the actual time taken for a checking of a vacant room will only be for 2 minutes, because only the dusting is the task that has to be done in a vacant room. Whereas the occupied room and checkout room, as I told you in the previous classes, will be approximately 25 minutes to 30 minutes, as the different tasks that needs to be completed in those two categories of rooms are: the first one, bed making, which takes 3 minutes, bathroom cleaning, which takes 15 to 20 minutes, and vacuuming will take 3 minutes, and placement of supplies 2 minutes, and dusting 2 minutes. So all in all, when you total the number of minutes, it comes to 25 to 30 minutes. So this is all about cleaning and checking of a vacant room, and the time taken and the tasks to be completed. So I hope you all have understood the topic well, students, and we will meet up in the next class. So our next class would be registers and records maintained in housekeeping, which is supposed to be one of the very important topics and also the interesting topic. Good day, students. Take care.